Wild Ones, it's Bernadette, and I'm here with your Pick a Card Tarot reading for Saturday, March 13th, 2021, and we're doing two things today. We're going to go back in time, and we're going to sing about Saturday. Come on, sing it with me. Get your juices going. Saturday, 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 Saturday. Okay, I'm done now, but I had to get it out. Y'all, I don't even know what's going on, but the energies this morning, I'm like, woo, woo, zoo, zoo, zoo. It's craziness. So, first things first, let me just say this. For those of you that are going to join me tomorrow, tomorrow for the Sunday ceremony, it's a past life regression to discover who you were as an animal, or what animal or animals were your beloveds in that whatever lifetime, and ask them for the messages or whatever. It's going to be crazy, off the chain, powerful. And you know, this whole week has just been kind of a theme about that, and so it makes good sense to carry on with the theme. But here's the craziness. So today your card is the Seahorse. Now that, you know, we could be like, okay, I got 2 minutes to explain the Seahorse and we're done, but it's not about that. As you all know, I step into a meditation every time I pull a card. I'm like, okay, what's this all about? I know the meanings, I know the symbolism of the spirit, totem, and power animals. But we've been expanding those, right? We've been asking the animal allies to show up and show us more expansive bits of this. So stay with me on this, because for those of you that are working and doing the ladybug connect the dots, this is going to be like Seahorse swims. Finally, I just had to grab on with my tail and go, okay, that's all I can pack into a 15-minute reading. So seahorses, their ancient ties, they're very much tied in their symbolism to Poseidon. And why that's important is, you know, listen, that was the sea god, and it's all about, you know, the element of water, and it's all about the current, and it's all about being strong, and it's all about, you know, just being able to weather the storm. Don't go when undercurrents come around. You're strong enough to handle it, right? Even because here's the thing. Seahorses are notoriously bad swimmers, and they are fish. Did you know that? They're actually fish, but they're terrible swimmers. But they can do just about anything with that one little tail. I mean, that thing's the most dexterous thing you ever saw in your life. So even when these crazy storms come through, the eensy beensiest, they kind of look like sea monkeys. The eensy beensiest little seahorses, they can hold on for dear life. And so that's what you're being asked to do at the moment. Well, that's part of what today is all about. If there's something that you're just like getting swept away with, reach out with your tail, y'all. Oh, the visual. Reach out with your tail and grab something to stay stable to, right? Because you will weather the storm. It'll be okay. So the bigger thing though is, and stay with me on this. So I just have to tell y'all. So I don't know some of you guys may have read how I got into this. Lordy, here we go with the mediumship. Oh my gosh, I'm lighting up, and it's chilly here in Florida, and my house is only like 69 degrees, and whoa, Lordy, okay. Mediumship 101. You may light up and sweat. Oh my gosh, schvetting like a turbo vet. So, baby got back, which goes along with I love that song, which goes along with, you know, make your tail work for you. That's really what it's about today, is make your tail work for you. So, I was thrust kind of into the metaphysical world, although it was my sacred contract, because my mom was killed in 97. And much to my deep despair, she has not come to me very often. I mean, like maybe a dozen times in all these years. And it's really been like the perplexing thing of my lifetime. I've asked so many other psychic mediums, tarot flippers, spiritual people. You don't even know, right? I think I asked some guy standing on the street one day. I was like, hey, what do you think about? Really, truly. So all of a sudden, I had this urge. Now, I've always wanted a water fountain, kind of a big, little bit showy water fountain in my backyard. And I thought, you know what? I deserve a water fountain. I'm buying a water fountain. So where am I going? So there it is. And I didn't care for the color, obviously, but I knew when I saw it that I wanted it, and I was going to paint it hot pink. And I couldn't, so I'm going to paint it hot pink, and I'll show you all a picture when the whole kit and caboodle is finished, you know, putting in and whatnot, and plant little flowers around it. I just couldn't figure out why I just had this mania to do this. Like nothing would do, but I had to have this Seahorse fountain. So then and it's been here for a few weeks. And so then I started dreaming that my mom was visiting me, right? And I know that a couple of them were just dreams, but a couple of them were like visitations. And she kept taking me back to my childhood in Miami, which lasted all of 4 years before we moved to Ocala, Florida, right? So come on now, what am I going to know? But I've always had an enduring love of all things old Florida. Just really a fascination with it, you know. And so I thought, well, oh, and then I got it because the hot pink seahorse thing is very reminiscent stylistically to old world Miami. Those hot pinks and those teals and the, you know, the kind of the 50s and then, you know, maybe a little bit into the 60s. That time when everything was opulent and it was lush with color and just, you know, just an amazing place. So I thought, okay. And then I didn't think too much about it. I was like, well, what is it I need to know about this? And all of a sudden, I felt like I got pulled backwards, like sucked into something, but backwards, not in an uncomfortable way, not in a scary way, but in a way that made me go, oh, I'm for real, gonna go back in time, because that's what I was doing. It was a past life thing, and all I was doing was just sitting in quiet. I thought, all right. So I just sat on my porch and I explored it a little bit. And I don't know what this is going on for y'all. You're gonna know. I mean, you'll know. But there's something really super important this week, and especially today, and it will definitely be tomorrow if you tune in for the Sunday ceremony. And you can do the Sunday ceremony meditation anytime that you want, And remember, come on over to gatheringofmystics.com to discuss. You know, you discuss it here, you know, but the big discussion is going on in the forums because it's a safe, protected, and monitored environment, right? My moderators are, you know, always there looking to make sure no shenanigans unless they're good shenanigans. So then this morning, I didn't even have Seahorse on my mind. I don't think I did, but out came Seahorse. And then when I read about the whole Poseidon thing, which is in my book, right? It's in there, but I'm like, all right, well, there's got to be something here more than what I know, that there's got to be something that's going to stand out to me. I read about the Poseidon thing. That's the whatever the rocky current is that you're going through, just, you know, just get your tail planted and weather the storm. But but here's the part I didn't remember. Listen to this. I'm reading it from my own book. I wrote it. I don't even remember it, but y'all, you have any idea how much I write and do? It's craziness. There's, I just want to be sure which European legend, right? European legend says that seahorses acted as guides to deceased sailors and ferried them to the underworld, to the other side. It could have been Valhalla for all I know, whatever it was that they believed in. And I thought, that's it. That's it. And I've never seen that anywhere. If you expand that legend, if you think about it, if seahorses would tote the sailors to the other world, I know, there's my country showing. If they tote the sailors over there, doesn't that make them an emblem for connecting people with their past lives? Doesn't that make them a symbol for the whole, you know, birth and crossing over transition? And in that, there's got to be something about the water element and the sea or ocean or lake or river or whatever, which, you know, seahorses aren't in. But what it occurred to me is, because I talked to lots of people about past life stuff. It's so fascinating. I hope you guys have looked at the works of Brian Weiss, Dr. Brian Weiss. He didn't pioneer it, but he really brought it to the mainstream. And he's a fascinating guy, really, really fascinating. Gives the best seminars. I don't know that he's doing them anymore because of his age, but I was very blessed once upon a time to take one of his all-day workshops. Crazy stuff. So there's something going on with you about ancestors, about past lives, about your past lives, maybe your ancestors' past lives, maybe animals' past lives, that you might have been this animal, or this might have been an animal that was super important to you. But it's coming all together, and you're being asked to take a look at that for a healing thing. And also I feel energetically you're being asked. I just feel like today when I step out into the energy of the collective, like I'm the one going, catch me! And I'm like, Saturday, gotta get back in time, like I'm at a rock concert, right? And I'm like, catch me! And you guys are still asleep. And I go, wham! Right face plant on the floor. So, again, I'm not sure what this is going to mean for you, but there's an energetic thing. I just feel like you guys are kind of sluggish, and I don't want to face I don't want to face plant. So if I'm like, oh sorry, and I go right off the stage, you guys got to catch me, right? But there's what. Here's how it's coming to me. Let me tell you the exact words that are coming to me. Whatever your most important thing is in your life right now that you're working on, whatever your biggest priority is, there's something about your lineage, your DNA, your past lives, your ancestors' past lives. You've got to figure it out. You've got to know who they are. You've got to talk with them. You've got to connect with them, get in a deeper relationship with them, with yourself, your past selves, your past ancestors, right? You just got to do that. In there is going to lie your answer for what it is that you're wanting to do. But it's the number, I just keep hearing number one thing that's on your heart, in your mind, that you're striving for, you're dreaming about, whatever. So, okay, so this is super interesting. So between today and tomorrow, you're being asked to write those things down. Now, I have said many times, I wish I were a journaler. I do. I want to be. I just never take the time to go scribble. And once I tried to do it, just keeping it all in Google Docs, that didn't work either. I wrote for like 3 days. I was like, this is exhausting. I'm done. But this time, you are being asked to write like your thoughts, your impressions, what you heard, what you saw, verbatim. Don't analyze it. Don't judge it. Don't nothing it, because whatever it is in its purest form, it may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. But there's going to come a day here in the next few months. For some of you, it may pop up like that. For others of you, it may be the next few months that that the why of why was I this animal, or why did I have these animals, or why did I work with these animals? It may be that your ancestors come out to meet you and you realize they can be spirit animals too. I am of the belief. There are those that would argue, and they do, but I'm of the belief that humans can be spirit animals. We're animals, spirit animal. Humans are animals. What's flawed about that logic, right? Okay, so that being said, for my own self, what I couldn't figure out was why my mom would show up now, why it would be about the color pink. Now I understand why it's the seahorses, but I just keep being drawn, and it started, I'm back with the fascination with old Florida. And there's got to be a reason for that, but I know one of the reasons is that she showed up, and it is also about seahorse, which is, listen to this. So those little itty bitty seahorses, man, oh man, oh man, they can eat up to 3,000 brine shrimp a day. 3,000. So their eating habit is to constantly be eating, constantly be eating, constantly be eating. How that pertains to me is, I think I've mentioned this big project I have that I'm working on. It's coming up. And that's all I've been doing, man. I've been burning the midnight oil, eating the information, looking for the information, consuming the information. So there's something here for you all that whoever you meet in your regression is, it's going to be vitally important that you listen to the exact words that are being told to you, because the exact language that's going to be the clue. It's going to be that bing, that ding in your head when the message of, you as an animal in the past, or animals, you as the animals that were with you in the past, or your ancestors, they're going to give you specific words, and the specific words are the most important. So I hope that was helpful. Hold on, I'm doing my marketing like I tell everybody else. Pick up your copy of the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and come on over to Gathering of Mystics, where I hang out all day long and most of the night. And y'all listen, I'm still trying to catch up on everything. I'm so excited about all the activity, but Homegirl is having a little bit of a problem keeping up. It's not a problem really. It's a challenge. It's challenging me. It's making me more powerful. It's making me more energized. And tomorrow, when you see me with pick sticks or toothpicks hold my eyes up, you'll understand. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And as always, what are you going to do? You're going to do good for animals and you're going to stay wild.